The realm of light, realm of darkness, and realm between are all places our characters can travel to as Ansem states in Melody of Memory. This also includes the worlds of memories, data, and dreams. The world Sora is theorized to be in by our characters. The world Xehanort hinted at to Kairi is a world outside of our world, a world outside of these realms, a world of fiction, unreality. This world, this other side, does have a name as of right now. We call it Quadratum. This world's brief introduction and mere conception has already changed the Kingdom Hearts universe as we know it, and we just can't even conceive how yet. Speaking of universes, a universe you should get into is the world of Atelier Online, part of the Atelier series that has been really popular as of late. This game serves as a great starting point to get into this beautiful world and meet some amazing characters and friends. Atelier Online presents a completely new story that does connect to the rest of the franchise, though don't let that discourage you, as this game is one of the easiest games to start with if you have an interest in the series, since it's completely free and just released recently with plenty of content for you to enjoy, so you don't have to worry about playing catch up and can go at your own pace. The battle system is very fun and intuitive. You as the protagonist start off at the Royal Academy and are exploring the world, making friends and encounters along the way to become the best alchemist. With alchemy, you can collect different materials throughout the world for recipes to create better items and tools for battle that help you advance even further into the game and keep the combat fresh and exciting. After choosing your character in the beginning, you can customize them to your liking and try on different gear, clothes, weapons, and accessories that not only change your character's appearance, but can also improve your stats and allow access to new skills. Atelier Online is available on both the Google Play and Apple App Stores on mobile devices. Something special for those of you watching this: if you click the link in the description and use the code, you'll receive a special gift. Download it now, as this offer is not available forever. There is also a launch event happening for the game right now, which will give you even more rewards and fun things to do while playing this game. Once again, the link and code will be available in the description down below. This world has sparked many theories, many hypotheticals, and to sum it all up, mystery. How does this world work? Why is this world considered a world of fiction truly? What does that even mean? What's the Master's involvement in this, and what is Sora going to do? On top of a billion other questions, but those are just the main ones. The story before, I expect, is going to seem relatively grounded compared to what we're about to get into. Introducing a world like this brings forth many possibilities and many outcomes. It might even collide with those other possibilities, with those other outcomes. With Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, we've started heading into uncharted territory. We are going to be experiencing a world not bound by light and darkness, a world that if you can imagine, a world that if you believe, you can dive right in. Remember those lines from the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers? Yeah. These lines are similar to what the Master regurgitates to darkness in the Union Cross ending. A world imagined made real. I'm interested if this is the start of something bigger than even Yozora, than Quadratum, than Verum Rex, the Master, the introduction of imagined worlds, a multiverse. But what exactly is a multiverse? Well, that's a little complicated. There are many interpretations for this, but generally I consider a multiverse to be more than two different or paralleling universes coexisting under assumingly one medium or story, but there can be altering factors to it. Surprisingly, this is not that far-fetched for Kingdom Hearts. Because of what we were able to experience in Kingdom Hearts 3's secret episode, the developers gave others the tools, the means to access those things which we could not see normally. Maybe if you looked really closely as Yozora was clobbering you, but that's a little too hard. Many have found assets used in the secret endings area, many posters, textures, though what's among these hidden assets was really interesting, and is what makes the concept of a multiverse even more interesting. This world is already one that apparently doesn't follow the normal concepts of light and darkness, at least in the way that we know it. In this same sense, we've seen instances of Yozora paralleling lines Sora has said in the very start of our adventure, a source of mystery for now that serves as interest for what this world truly is. On top of this though, in these files from the game, you see a world like ours in Destiny Islands as a poster or some sort of advertisement in this world, a place we can travel to. A advertisement that actually says travel on it, telling us Destiny Islands is a place you can potentially just visit, that is assumingly known by all of these people who would be walking the streets, driving their cars. Could this be our same Destiny Islands in our world? It's not entirely impossible, but just a possibility at a minimum. I find it hard to believe that it would or could be though. So if another version of Destiny Islands does exist in this world, is it where Yozora is from perhaps, or is it simply just a world that exists as a sort of vacation spot? Either way, it would be incredibly surprising if either of those were the case. Just the fact that an area like this exists in this world is very bizarre. Makes me wonder that if a version of this world like this exists, if there's other versions of even this world, if worlds we can imagine can be made real, then what's the limit? Where does it stop? Does it stop? Imagine Quadratum is just an introduction to this concept for expanding the Kingdom Hearts universe. The Master's involvement or future involvement in this story is very unclear, but the Master's plans to destroy the darkness and stop this long battle between light and it, though a big question is what would that do to the world? The Master seems to want peace and to stop fighting at the surface, but deeper down, is he aware of what destroying one of the foundations that make up the world could do to it? Does it do anything to it? These are some curious questions and details that should be explained in the future. The Master might not be trying to just defeat darkness, but to change the construct of the Kingdom Hearts world as we know it, which once darkness is defeated, could cause a chain of events, reactions that lead to more worlds like Quadratum, or a gateway for those worlds to interact with ours. Which, that's even another question. Sora had to borderline die to even reach this world. Riku was able to access it because this is the world the Nameless Star is from. But how does she even end up in our final world on our side? Is the final world just a neutral place where all things end up? Or is it a exclusive area to our world, our reality? What happens if someone like Yozora stepped foot in our world? According to our characters, he'd be from a world of fiction based on our current assumptions and knowledge. So if a character from a imagined world, a fictional world, unreality, were to step foot in ours, what could happen? Would anything happen? The Master and the Foreteller's plans could just be a gateway into some crazy stuff for the future of the series. Kingdom Hearts has already told the stories of many different characters and many more to come, but imagine if we started getting different versions of these stories, some crazy versions of these stories, with different outcomes, different climaxes, and we interacted with some of these characters. What would a world where Master Xehanort does win look like? A world where Terra doesn't get consumed by Xehanort? A world where Roxas and Xion did end up overthrowing the organization? These are just random thoughts, but are things a multiverse, things a series of imagined worlds could bring? A multiverse could benefit the Kingdom Hearts series longevity as well. Endless types of stories to tell and endless adventures for Sora to go on, and they can get as dark or as wacky as they see fit, while also providing Sora with the perspective of 1,000 worlds. There is interest to be had from it, though do I actually want a multiverse to happen? This video might make it seem like I do, though I'm pretty neutral on it. A couple of years ago, or even months ago perhaps, I might have said no, but I do think there's value in it, and some very cool things could happen from it. There's things there to spark the conversation of it happening, and it gets the brain juices flowing. I want to see where the current story with the Master and the Foreteller's head right now though. But when I think more and more about the Master's plan, I can't help but think about how in-depth it could go, or how catastrophic the things he's trying to do could be for the world and the people involved. I've started to play around with this thought lately, that Quadratum might not be the end, possibly just the beginning of something even bigger looming in the background for this arc. A multiverse is not yet confirmed for Kingdom Hearts, and I don't take Quadratum as hard confirmation of one yet. It very much depends on if there's anything beyond Quadratum or the world of Aram Rex. Is this other side really just the other side, or is it just a side, a different side of the world we've never seen before, implying that others could exist? With our limited info, it just comes down to interpretation, but I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think about a Kingdom Hearts multiverse, and how do you think it would work, or what would you like to see from it? Let me know down below in the comments. However, if you enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, you have not already, and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer. She's always thinking about him. No more room in this picture. You'd have fit in. Now she's crying on the phone, telling you she's not good enough for him. When you think that she is perfect in every way.